Ah, Japan, the land of cherry blossoms, bullet trains, and women silently calculating whether they can afford shampoo this month. But don't worry, everything looks perfect from the outside. After all, in Japan, as long as your handbag is from Louis Vuitton, no one needs to know you haven't eaten meat in 3 weeks. Let's start with the obvious. Being poor sucks. But in Japan, it's an Olympic sport in appearance management. Women will spend their last 5,000 yen on hair dye, not food, because heaven forbid anyone sees a grey strand and suspects they can't afford Starbucks. The logic? If you look poor, you are poor. And when you are poor, you better make sure it's a well-kept secret. Asking for help? No, that's for other people. Here we suffer with dignity, and fake brand items bought on Macari. Single mothers? Japan loves them as inspirational TV dramas. In real life, they're working 3 part-time jobs, earning less than your teenage cousin at McDonald's in Australia. Elderly women, oh, they're aging gracefully by gracefully choosing between electricity or dinner. Career progression? Don't make me laugh. It's more like career regression. Once you have kids, society shoves you into their precarious work corner where you stay until retirement. If you survive that long. Japan has a magical phrase for poverty: self-responsibility. Translation: if you're broke, it's your fault. Forget systemic inequality. Forget low wages. Nope, you clearly didn't work hard enough. And relationships? Oh, that's cute. You think people want to date someone who eats convenience store rice balls for dinner. Poverty is like garlic breath. It keeps everyone away. Mental health? Let's just say Japan's suicide rate didn't get high all by itself. But here's the plot twist. Some women are speaking up. They're writing blogs, joining Twitter wars, and telling the world, yes, I'm broke. Yes, it's not my fault. And no, I will not pretend to live in a shoujo manga. Grassroots organizations, usually run by other women, are stepping in where the government shrugs. Online platforms are creating solidarity. Women swap survival hacks like how to make one potato last 3 meals, or convince your kid that water is soda. Policies exist, but they're like those limited edition menu items at McDonald's. Looks good on paper, disappears in 3 months, and doesn't actually fill you up. What Japan really needs? Affordable childcare, better wages, and the revolutionary idea that women deserve careers after marriage. Until then, hope comes from communities, women lifting each other up, sharing resources, and refusing to let shame define them. Because when the system fails, sisterhood becomes the safety net. Japan loves a good fairy tale, and the best one? If you're poor, it's entirely your fault. Low wages? Your fault. No childcare? Your fault. Global inflation? Also your fault. It's like being hit by a speeding train and then being told, well, you should have learned how to fly. Being poor is bad enough. Being poor and single? Congratulations. You've just unlocked the social invisibility achievement. Friends stop inviting you out because your 500 yen coffee budget kills the izakaya vibe. Potential partners? Oh, they'll support you by ghosting you before dessert arrives. In Japan, poverty must be aesthetically pleasing. Your apartment may be a 12 square meter shoebox, but your Instagram better scream hash blessed. You can't post a picture of reheated curry for the 3rd night in a row, so you post the free latte you got from a coupon. Voila, your life looks amazing. People love to say, oh, this is just a phase. Things will get better. Sure, and maybe Mount Fuji will erupt chocolate next year. The truth? For many Japanese women, temporary hardship turns into a permanent lifestyle, with seasonal updates for inflation. Yes, Japan has social programs, but getting them is like finding a vending machine in the middle of the Sahara. Forms longer than your tax return, endless in-person visits, and the subtle implication that you should be ashamed for even applying. By the time you get approved, your electricity has been cut off. But hey, congratulations on your 10,000 yen subsidy. Raising kids alone in Japan is a test of physical and mental endurance. Daytime, work 2 part-time jobs. Evening, cook, clean, help with homework. Night, collapse into bed, praying you don't get sick because you can't afford to. It's less parenting and more extreme sport. Japanese society loves elderly women when they're making miso soup for the grandkids in NHK dramas. In reality, many are quietly living in near starvation, collecting aluminum cans to afford tea. And when they pass away alone, it's called kodokushi, a nice poetic word for dying in complete isolation. Japan's economy loves to show off its low unemployment rate. What they don't show you, half those jobs barely pay enough for rent and utilities. It's like bragging you're employed because you got paid to watch your neighbor's cat for 300 yen. Poverty in Japan isn't just financial, it's emotional. Once you're poor, you're judged for every choice: your clothes, your food, your hobbies. People whisper, if she's so broke, why does she have a smartphone? Because, Karen, in 2025, you literally can't get a job without one. Japan's welfare system isn't just slow. It's designed to make you feel like you're stealing candy from a shrine. You're grilled with questions like, do you really need assistance? And can't your family help you? Yes, because nothing says healthy family dynamics like asking your estranged brother for grocery money while he's posting pictures of his golf trip to Hokkaido. Japanese media loves to air sob stories, as long as they're neatly wrapped in inspiration. They'll show a single mother working 3 jobs, smiling as she makes bento for her kids at 4 a.m., and the audience cries, not from outrage, but because it's heartwarming. Heartwarming. Lady, she's one unpaid electricity bill away from heart failure. Here's the new trend: middle-class influencers doing poverty challenge videos, living on 1,000 yen a day for a week. They think they're being relatable. Meanwhile, actual poor women are watching from their freezing apartments thinking, sweetie, I've been doing that for 5 years, without the sponsored ramen packets. Japanese dating culture is already a minefield of unspoken rules. Add poverty to the mix, game over. Men expect you to show up looking like a department store mannequin, but split the bill on your 650 yen pasta. And if you mention financial struggles, watch him vanish faster than the ice in your glass. Despite the shame, the bureaucracy, and the judgmental stares, there's a growing network of women fighting back. They're building community kitchens, starting online advocacy groups, and calling out the hypocrisy. No government suits, no corporate sponsors, just people refusing to sink quietly. Japan needs more than a PR campaign and a 5,000 yen voucher. It needs affordable childcare, equal pay, and a cultural shift that stops treating poor women as lazy or defective. But until then, the survival manual remains: smile, look presentable, and pray no one asks about your dinner plans. So next time someone tells you Japan is a perfect society, ask them if perfection includes women living off convenience store leftovers while smiling for the camera. Because here, poverty isn't just an economic condition, it's a well-curated aesthetic.